Hi everyone. So today we are going to compare two of the most popular automation testing framework, which is your Selenium and Playwright. So if you are learning automation testing, Playwright, or we can say Python automation, or planning to move into QA automation engineering, so this comparison is extremely important for you. Okay, so the agenda of today's video is here what we will cover. So first we will understand what Selenium is and why it is important, and why it become the industry's standard for automation testing. Then we will discuss about Playwright, which is a newer modern framework which was developed by Microsoft. So after that we will compare the architecture of both, and auto waiting concept and performance, flaky test, and automation supports, or we can say the front end support, and debugging, and an enterprise adoption. So finally I will share my recommendation on when to use Selenium and when Playwright is the better choice for you. So first is your what is Selenium? So Selenium is one of the oldest and most widely used browser automation tool. So it was introduced around 2004, and because the foundation of modern automation testing, the biggest reason of Selenium's popularity is its flexibility and large ecosystem, and because it supports like a multi browser testings, we can run the script on Chrome, Firefox, Edge, Safari, and almost all the major browsers. And it also supports multi-programming languages like Python, Java, JavaScript. So most of the enterprise companies still use Selenium because they already have a large framework built around it. So Selenium is especially common in banking, insurance, or telecom, or we can say enterprise software systems. So even today Selenium remains extremely important in the automation industry. So here is the example of Python, Selenium Python automation. So here we can see a basic Selenium Python script where we first importing the WebDriver module. Then we are launching the browser, opening Google, and printing the title of the page, and closing the browser. So this looks simple, but internally Selenium uses something we call called as a WebDriver architecture, and the script communicates with the browser through the browser driver. It can be for Chrome browser, it is Chrome driver. For Firefox, it uses Gecko driver, and for Edge browser, it uses Edge driver. So this extra communication layer is one of the most architectural difference compared to Playwright. So in Playwright, as I said, so it was developed by Microsoft. It was designed to solve many common problems a developer were facing with Selenium. For example, in Selenium, we were having flaky tests, synchronization issues, iframe handling issues, and multi-tab handlings. But with Playwright, it optimized for modern applications that are built using React, Angulars. So one of the major advantage of Playwright is it provides automating wait steps, better debugging, and tracing screenshots, video recording abilities. So here you can see it doesn't requires basically it doesn't requires it doesn't requires the WebDriver. It completely eliminates the WebDriver step here. So here we can see a simple Python script inside sync Playwright. We have launched the browser, created a new page, opened Google, and printed the title same as in Selenium, and closed the browser. The code is here clean and modern. One of the important thing to notice is that the Playwright directly communicates with the browser. So here we are not using WebDriver to do this function, and we are just using browser protocols. Because of this, execution become faster, and a synchronization problem that we were facing with Selenium becomes smoother, and the test becomes more stable. So the architectural difference, we can say this is probably the most important comparison in the entire presentation. So Selenium architecture works like this. It first feed the test script to WebDriver, then WebDriver calls the whatever browser we have launched. So Selenium require all the additional WebDriver layers between the test script and browser. That means that there is extra communication, extra dependencies, extra synchronization challenges. But with Playwright, we just feed the test script directly to browser. It communicates directly with browser protocols. This direct communication gives Playwright several advantages like faster execution, better stability, lower latency, and improved synchronization. So this architectural improvement is one of the major reason we can say why many modern companies are adopting Playwright. Next is your auto weighting comparison. So one of the biggest challenge in Selenium automation is synchronization. Sometimes we see the element loads slowly, becomes clickable later, or like render dynamically, or appears after API calls. So in Selenium, developers often need implicit wait, or we can say explicit wait, sometimes sleep statement that increase framework complexity and often causes flaky test. So Playwright solves these problems using built-in auto weighting concept. So whenever we perform actions like click, type, or select, Playwright automatically waits for a element to become visible, stable, or we can say interactable or attached to the DOM. So this dramatically reduces the flaky failures. So this is the main auto weighting comparison between these two. In Selenium, we have to do the manual managements, and but with Playwright we have auto built intelligence. Next is speed and performance. So performance we can say is the another area where Playwright perform very well. So since Playwright avoids the WebDriver layer, browser communications become much faster. Playwright also supports parallel execution, isolated browser context, lightweight sessions. This makes Playwright highly efficient in CI/CD pipelines. For example, we can say for large automation suites, execution times we can say matters a lot. So reducing automation times means faster feedback, quicker deployments, and better developer productivity. So that's why many teams moving towards DevOps and continuous testing prefers Playwright. So next is your flaky test handling. So flaky test, we can say one of the most pain points in automation testing. So let's first understand what is flaky test. So it is the test that passes sometimes but randomly fails, even when an application works correctly. So common reason of flaky test can be timing issues, unstable locators, animations, or we can say slow rendering or network delays. So Selenium framework often becomes flaky because synchronization must be manually managed there. But in Playwright, we can say it internally handles many of these scenarios automatically. So this results in more stable automation, lower maintenance, and higher confidence in CI/CD pipelines. Modern front-end support. So modern application basically behave very differently compared to the older websites. So today's applications uses client-side rendering, lazy loading, APIs, dynamic DOM updates, shadow DOMs. So Playwright was designed specifically for modern front-end ecosystems. So it handles React renderings, Angular changes, dynamic content much more efficiently. So this Playwright, in this way, Playwright is very we can say efficient. Next is a debugging experience. So this is the vital we can say Playwright's area. Debugging in Playwright feels extremely modern and developer friendly. So Playwright provides trace viewer, screenshots, video recordings, network logs, or step-by-step replay. So if a test fails, developer can easily replay the execution and inspect DOM state, network calls, console logs, or field steps. So this significantly reduces the debugging time. But in Selenium, achieving similar debugging usually requires integrating multiple external tools as well. So this is the major difference between Selenium and Playwright debugging experience. Enterprise usage. So now this is the important point. Selenium, we cannot say Selenium is dead. It is not dead. Many of the large enterprise organizations still heavily depends on Selenium because they already have huge frameworks, trained team, existing infrastructures, integrated CI/CD systems. So we cannot say Selenium is not in use anymore. However, many startups, we can say, or the new organization or product-based companies are increasingly adopting Playwright because of modern architecture, faster setup, reduced flaky test, and better developer experience. So currently, both are the tools are actively in use in the industry. When to choose Selenium and when to choose like Playwright. So according to me, you should choose a Selenium when your company already uses Selenium framework, your team already knows Selenium, and you already have Selenium expertise, and you work on legacy systems, or we can say your infrastructure is highly dependent on Selenium grid. So Selenium, according to me, in that case, Selenium should be used. But when to use Playwright. So you should choose Playwright when starting a new automation framework, or working with a modern front-end application, or focusing on fast execution, reducing flaky test, or improving developer productivity. So Playwright is especially stronger for CI/CD pipelines, front-end heavy systems, modern engineering teams. So in that case, Playwright fits well. So the final verdict is which framework you should learn in 2026. My recommendation is learn Playwright first, because modern architectures, faster execution, excellent debugging, and auto waiting, and better development experience. But do not ignore Selenium as well, because Selenium still dominates many like enterprise environments. So the best approach is like understand Selenium fundamentals, but build modern skills using Playwright. So this is all about today's video. Thank you everyone. I hope this comparison will help you understand the real differences between Selenium and Playwright for both technical and industries perspective. If you enjoyed this content, please like my video and subscribe the channel, and let me know in the comments which framework you are currently using.